Hey guys, welcome to this month's Q&A. Crack on.
Hello, right, first question. Any new bands, venues you found on tour?
I think the only new venues we played on tour were Bunkhouse and where's the other one? Oh, Ivory Blacks in Glasgow. So
they were both really good, I thought.
Yeah, they're the new venues. In terms of new bands, we played with lots of bands, but we didn't play with a lot of bands that I would say is in our scene. Played with like various metal bands and things like that. Off the top of my head, I remember from Plymouth, Green Elephant, who put the gig on. They're kind of within our scene, so they're brand new. It was their first gig, so Green Elephant from Plymouth. And I remember at Beast Fest being impressed by Cage Fight.
Oh, they were good.
But they are more metal.
Very metal.
Yeah. She's got an amazing scream.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, so check out them. Green Elephant, Cage Fight. Cool. Next question.
Right, how are the new tracks going down? Any in particular getting the crowd going?
Yeah, they're going down well, and I think it's all to do with the way you put them into set, isn't it? I think that's what we've discovered.
I mean, I know we didn't play it this tour, but the previous tour, I thought Prime Materia was going down
yes,
well.
it was going down really well.
We sort of placed it quite well in the set. So.
I would say that we finally found the place for Naysayer, because we've cheekily put it on the end of Woe Betide, so people are like, I know this song, and then we just go straight in with Naysayer, and the energy's up. Yeah. And it just works now, doesn't it?
Right,
and with Hellfare as well, which is another new one, I just make sure I get everybody worked up beforehand about Brexit, and then it kind of works. So that's all good. Yeah, so they've been going down well. Obviously, after we've done these next 3 shows, then be at the end of the year, and we're probably going to then start working on, I guess, the new set, which will be much more leaning towards the new album. Yeah, because that'll be, believe it or not, we're actually thinking about the next tour next year in April already.
Oh yes.
And yeah, so that will be much more new stuff. It'll be leaning, I'd say it'd probably be at least another 2 or 3 new songs in there if we can manage it. That's cool. Right, next.
If you were at Reading Festival, what would you watch?
Well, I would have watched Rage, obviously, but you know, everybody knows what happened there.
I go to the comedy tent, I think.
Wow. I mean, even though I actually heard them from my boat, I probably would have watched a bit of Arctic Monkeys, because there is so much buzz around them. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like they're huge.
Well,
now.
they were like a big old buzz band when they first.
Yeah, but now they're like veterans, aren't they? And
veteran buzz band.
Yeah, is that a thing?
It is now.
Yeah. So probably would have watched a bit of Arctic Monkeys, but then just done the thing I usually do at a festival, just wander around and discover new bands. That's the whole point, really. So there you go.
Bit of blurb.
I guess that's the question there.
Oh yeah, if the 1975 pulled out and Mon were asked to fill in as they wanted a local band, what would be your opening song to get everyone going?
Well, once a very wise guy at the side of stage before we went on Bloodstock told me that like whenever you play a big festival show, just play it the same as you play any other show. So I suspect we would do a very similar set to how we normally play. Just open with an absolute banger, you know, something like Woe Betide, and just smack them around the head. Because at festivals you don't always have long sets, so it would depend on how long we had as well. If we had an hour set, we could start with something slower. But I reckon if it's...
Well, he says if 1975 they were headlining, weren't they?
Yeah.
So we'd be headliners, mate.
Well, then we would like probably start with something a bit slower and then gradually ratchet it up. So.
Well, and Charlie, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
The usual, mate.
The usual. There's a reason that's always been at the start.
Yeah. Does Mom have some unreleased but recorded songs?
Yeah, a whole album.
No, there is that. Yeah, there is a whole album.
Entire album of them, which
but
will be
there's
released.
also a spare song from the album as well, isn't there?
That's true. That's true.
So
yeah.
I don't know how we're going to release that, if we're going to release that.
I guess, yeah. I mean, we could just probably put it out. I think we've actually shared it with the Patreons.
Have we?
Yeah. I have a feeling. I'll check. I'll double check. If not, we'll share that with you. But yeah, obviously we have a whole album of stuff. We don't have any professionally recorded songs that haven't been released other than the album, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Not a question, but any stories of on-the-road disasters?
That makes it sound like an accident. On-the-road disasters. Well, we didn't crash, so...
yeah.
But obviously there was the BMW, which everybody loved.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think we might have mentioned that before.
Yeah, well, that was last month, I think.
Yeah. The white BMW that probably got filled with water. That was particularly exciting for all of us. There was a lot of shouting forward going on there, I tell you.
I managed to leave some stuff up in Scotland, which was really fucking clever of me. But yeah, it's a sore point. Let's not talk about it anymore.
So anyway, moving on.
Any plans for Patreon exclusive merch?
Yes.
there?
Yeah, kinda, but it's because the most difficult thing about getting a really small batch of merch done is getting a really small batch of merch done. So we've got some ideas, and some of it might be embroidered, because that might be easier for us, because we know somebody can do some embroidered stuff. So yeah, we're probably going to work on that. But that'll be something coming in the next year, probably, I reckon.
Cool.
We're thinking about it, yes.
Are you listening to any new bands at the moment, new albums, etc.?
We were just talking about this.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. He's just
I never do.
He just listens to old music.
Yeah.
Well, I've been listening. It's not technically that new, but I've been listening to a lot of Nick, the guitarist from Elder, his sort of side project called Delving. I've been listening to the album Hirschblumen. I think that's how you say it.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
doesn't
really.
It's good.
It really
It's good.
does. But that's got some great songs in it. I suggest, if you like Elder, suggest checking out Delving, because that's really cool. Literally today I heard a metal band called Hawks, HAWXX maybe. They're really cool, so check them out as well.
Cool. Considering doing a video for any recent tracks? Yes, there'll be
at least two. We need to get on that, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, there's going to be two soon. We've got ideas. One of them's quite involving a drone and a field, and the other one is more sort of I guess a standard thing, which will involve a stage and things like that. But yeah, we've got a couple of ideas for new music videos. Not going to give too much away, obviously, because we want to gradually let you know about that.
Yeah, and we haven't really thought about it. Oh, sorry. I mean, yes, with lots of plans.
I have lots of ideas. They're all just in my head.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever considered re-releasing the first EP now that it's sold out?
I haven't actually spoke to you about this yet. But yes, because
we have talked about it. But like, you've obviously had an idea, a cunning plan.
Well, yeah, I'm starting to literally think about making it happen, because like people have been asking a lot on tour. Oh, I want to get the first EP, and so you kind of have enough people are asking. But I was thinking of in terms of vinyl, because we would like to get the vinyl done again. I worked out that it's short enough to maybe put it on a 10-inch. Instead of a 12-inch.
Ooh.
So I need to find out if that is how that works out money-wise. And I was also thinking about putting on the acoustic version of Bear River as well, so that it is the old EP, but it's also new, if that makes sense. It's a different format slightly, and it is I'll have an extra song on it. But that's definitely a plan. But obviously that will take a long time, because vinyl just takes ages to get done. So probably even if I start working on it now, we're still thinking a while for it. It'd be good if we could get it for next tour, wouldn't it?
Well, that'd be amazing. I doubt it. But yeah, that'd be amazing.
But yeah, so definitely something we're thinking about. And the CDs will be the easy bit. It's the vinyl, which will be the difficult bit. And if it works, then obviously it leaves the gates open for us. Because that's easy. That didn't involve a label, that record, so we don't have to worry about any complications to do with record contracts. Whereas obviously if we wanted to re-release These Paths We Tread, I'll have to go back over the record contract for that one. Yeah,
that would be harder.
Yeah. Okay.
What about releasing a live album or an acoustic one?
This is his baby. He really wants to do a live album.
I think it would go down really well. I think people would buy it.
I'm completely not against the idea at all, but everything kind of I just said.
Right. Getting it right, I think.
It's like, I mean, the thing that's, like, at least with the re-releasing the first EP, it's already done. All the artwork's there and all the recordings are done. Whereas with the live album, we would have to record perhaps more than one live show, and then mix, master that.
And then there'll be the art.
And potentially
stuff.
Decide if we're going to find a label to release it, or we're going to release it ourselves. If we have enough money, we could release it ourselves. If we don't, we'd have to get a label behind us. And obviously, we are just about to get into the what's called the PR campaign cycle for the new album, which is going to be released in the new year, and so we really need to focus on that and doing things like music videos and that.
So if we do it, it's not going to be soon.
No, it would be after the next album is released, because it's not as easy as just making a recording live and all that. Because you could do that and then just put it out on digital or whatever, but I'd want to do it proper. I'd like a vinyl of a live album. That would be great. Like make it a real thing and have loads of live photos inside and stuff like that. It'd be awesome. Something really collectible. So maybe after this album.
Oh, I've missed a bit off there. Or an acoustic
Oh,
one.
an acoustic one.
Or a cappella or a musical.
Yeah, we could do all of those things. Definitely going to happen soon.
Sure. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
we're done. Excellent. Thanks, guys. We shall hopefully see you at a gig soon. We've got 3 gigs coming up. We've got one on the 17th of September, a New Cross Inn with Aluna. Then we are playing on the 21st with our rescheduled gig at the Black Cart. And then we have our final sort of 29th, yes, well remembered. With Ohms, that is in Oxford. We haven't played Oxford for ages. And then we are thinking about doing a swamp show in early December. So we'll keep you posted about that.
Yep.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.